Welcome to another episode of Academy TV. Today we're talking about why a bride should hire you. When you're in those early stages of starting a business, there are so many things to think about. You know you need a business name, a logo, business cards, website, an email address, to name but a few. You've heard people talk about defining your brand and having a strong brand message, and all these things are important. But, and yes, there is a but, before you can really do any of these things properly, there is something else you need to do first, and that is to discover what your niche is. This probably sounds very cliche, but believe me when I say it is crucial to the success of your business. There is one big mistake that many rookie wedding planners make, and that is thinking that they can be all things to all people. They can't. It doesn't work that way. Let's look at this from another perspective. If you were in the market for a luxury car, you wouldn't go to a second-hand car dealer. You'd be off to one of the more exclusive-looking showrooms where you can get the treatment you expect for purchasing a car worth 60 grand upwards. How would you feel then if you went into this luxury showroom only to find that the cars on display were a mix of luxury and second-hand bombs? I'm guessing you'd be confused, because I know I would. Immediately the showroom is sending out mixed signals. Are they a luxury dealership, or are they specialising in people looking for their first car? Do you see where I'm going with this? Well, the same applies to your wedding business. If your speciality is affordable wedding planning packages, then don't focus on luxury weddings. You're sending out a mixed message to brides. If your focus is packages for the budget bride, then you can't claim to be a luxury wedding planner. It simply doesn't make sense. Now, I'm not saying that you have to pick a particular theme or style and not do anything else. However, what I am saying is that know what it is that you are offering and who your client really is. If you don't know who your client is, how do you expect to market to them? Now, before you say to me, my client is every bride, let me stop you right there. It's simply not true. You cannot possibly market your business to all brides. However, what you can say is that you are a wedding planner specialising in vintage weddings for brides in a certain geographical area. You then know that your brides are likely to be scouring magazines like Vintage Bride and attending the Vintage Bride Wedding Fair, or maybe shopping for a dress on Vintage Aisle. And this gives you an advantage. You can target the suppliers that you need to befriend, and it gives you a place from which to start your marketing. This, of course, is only half the story. You still need to ask yourself all the usual questions. Where would my bride go on holiday? What restaurants would she eat at? Where would she shop for furniture? What are her favourite flowers? Etc., etc. Because you still need to build up a profile of her in order to be able to promote to her properly. But what you have done is eliminate the brides that aren't applicable to you and what you offer. You can hone in on your target audience much quicker by knowing what your niche is. And remember, this shouldn't be a hard thing to do. Your niche should be something that feels easy for you and is a natural fit with who and what you represent as a person. What you'll find then is that you come across as very genuine, and your prospective clients will believe in you and the services you're offering. An important step in discovering your personal niche is knowing what you're good at and how you differ from others. If a bride comes to your office and says, I want my wedding to be elegant and classy, what she doesn't know is that every bride says that. Literally, every bride. The words don't actually indicate any difference. They are just words used to describe weddings. It's our job as wedding planners to dig a little deeper to pull out her vision. Just like we dig deep to discover what our bride really wants, we have to dig deep to discover what makes us unique in the crowded marketplace. So what makes you different from other wedding planners? It takes a much deeper journey to know what you really want, who you really are, and how you are different. Ask yourself, what do I do differently? What is my greatest asset to the industry? Does my marketing represent those differences? The faster you figure out your differences, the quicker you can niche yourself in the wedding industry. Take a moment and create a list of your passions. You can start by listing 25 adjectives that describe you as a person. Remember, what you see as normal, others may not. Maybe you're organised, energetic, an outdoor wedding enthusiast, detailed, etc. Create the list and circle the top 3 that set you apart. Embracing your individuality determines your worth. Once you acknowledge and embrace your uniqueness and apply it to your business, there really isn't such a thing as competition for you anymore. You are now a standalone business that is the green apple amongst all the oranges. There is a perfect client out there to fit you, but don't be afraid to announce to the world why you're special. Brides will pay you what you're worth when you announce your speciality.